Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. How's it going, guys? Looking at Collingwood today, previewing them, and if you do have that eye for detail, you'll see it is New Year's Eve that I'm recording this one. Just about to crack a Maduri open, so, we're not interrupting proceedings too much, but I'm going away to Joanna near Apollo Bay and then Airlie Beach, basically for the first 12 or 13 days of January, so I'm really hustling to try and get some videos scheduled. Just to keep that consistency up. So, hence, I'm slugging away. Well, you guys are probably half pissed on New Year's Eve, but that's alright, we'll get there. But I'm going to look at the pies, like I said, and I can't find stacks. As you can see across the top, I always put in the tabs the players I want to have a look at. And the last four are really just rookie options and a discussion about whether they can even get into the team. But got a couple other random bits and pieces. I reckon I'll watch that later. I reckon I'll play some of these tracks later. But Nick Daicos. Now, I don't have to tell you too much, do I? I mean, the bloke's an absolute superstar. He dominated last year. And can I even throw value at you? I mean, I'm only half serious when I say that. But the 41, certainly he was travelling pretty nicely. Or was that the day he was getting tagged? Can't remember. Was that against Hawthorn? Yeah, it was. So he's getting done over anyway. But look, that's probably the only con to Nick Daicos at this stage is that, he can still be tagged. And bloody hell, so can anyone. He's still young. Yeah, he's expensive. But I just can't help but say, you got to have him. I've seen a few people say, look, I'm going Sicily and Stewart or Sinclair. I'll get him when he drops and he's a bit expensive. He's overpriced. Oh, man, I said that about Gary Ablett for 6 years. I mean, do players just come along occasionally where they're just generational guys and you're just going to pull your hair out not having them? And yeah, you'll probably get him cheaper. You probably will. But will you lose about 700-800 points along the way? Like, obviously it's not going to be quite that many points, but gee, you're going to watch him rack up 35 plus and kick the old goal a hell of a lot. And some of these numbers, we haven't even seen the absolute best of him because he did play some half back, and when he burst into the midfield, I wonder if the stats can tell. So look, there are some clearance numbers in these first 9 to 10 rounds which shows that there was some midfield work, and without knowing 100%. But if you're judging off some of the bigger clearance games, 7, 124, 8 clearances, 132, 8 clearances, 149, 11, 139, 7, 130, 9, he only got 99. But this guy could be next level. There aren't too many players that can average 120 in our game, and he's one of them. So unless something crazy happens through preseason, he'll be in my team. And yeah, he's expensive, but worth every single cent. Now, moving on to a couple of guys that I just want to talk about in terms of rookie option. I've heard a few people talk about McRae in particular. Ed Allen, obviously there's a few players that are getting older in the Pies lineup. But I was thinking about, because I wanted sort of something to... Geez, I've really spelt premiership well there, haven't I? Jesus Christ. Just give me the old Wikipedia page, man. You'd think I was a few Maduris in the way I'm typing there, but I wanted to have a few people to talk about at Collingwood because I only really came up with Daicos. If I've missed anyone, please let me know. And when I was looking at McRae, he's like that perennial guy. I'm off chops here. Where is it? Just give me 2023's bloody team lineup. Fuck me. Where is it? You're an idiot. Just type in grand final. Grand AFL final. I've lost the plot here. There's the teams. All right. After that burning of 30 seconds, the point I was trying to make. There is a lot of hype about particularly McRae, Ed Allen, quality player. I was trying to show you some of his VFL stats I was interested to see. But because that site is actually pretty good when it actually works, just to see their VFL numbers. But we're not going to see that for young Ed. And obviously McRae, a round one pick a few years back now, but has certainly shown signs. I remember he had one game where he just tackled the lights out, and just showed to me like, gee, this kid could, he could be something one day once he gets more opportunities. Maybe he didn't, because it looks like he's never ever had more than 2 tackles in a game. Gee, I'm having a good run here. No, he did. There you go. 8 tackles. There you go. More tackles than touches. But also the fact is that who are they going to force out? Now, obviously injuries do happen. Pendlebury side bottom a little older. Yes, I'll give you that. But I know premiership teams always look damn good, and it's hard to see anyone moving or changing, and things do happen through pre-season, but I would say it's a long shot to see either McRae or Allen in the side, but just keep them on the radar for now. I think they're just worth guys to be going, all right, if they had a big pre-season, we could be half a chance to see them play a little bit of footy. But, gee, it's bloody hard to break into a premiership side. And these fellas, particularly McRae, Collingwood fans will be able to tell me more as to why he hasn't played, because he's a nice size. I don't know if we get a little extra excited just because his name's McRae, but I think Collingwood fans have high hopes for him, and I wonder if we'll see it this year. But let's take a look at maybe some more relevant opportunities to actually play, because they do need to replace Dan McStay. So let's take a look at a couple of guys that could be in the frame for that. McStay leaves a pretty big hole, and how they go about replacing him will be interesting. Obviously, we saw Frampton play that role in the grand final. He's copped a bit of flack for the lack of role that he did play. He didn't see much of it, but he's a premiership player. And whether Cox can play a bit more forward, they split that ruck percentage between he and Cameron. How does it look alongside Myercheck, and does Ash Johnson get a go? But in terms of SuperCoach, these guys are a bit cheaper. I think they're both 123k, and I just wonder if they can break in the side. Now, again, it's just a watch. It's just keep him on the radar. But McGuinness has played, or at times he's kicked some goals, if my memory serves me correct. I feel like he came on against the Cats and kicked a couple one day. Maybe not. I could just be straight up making things up these days. But did he play the Cats this year? He did. There you go. He came on and just kicked 2 against us in round 1. That's right. So he has largely been a sub. I don't know how many times he's been sub in these 11 games. I'd suggest quite a few. It sees him at a cheap price. So he's pretty tall. He seems fairly mobile as well. So I just wonder, can he find his way into that side to help replace McStay? Another guy that I reckon is really exciting, and that's Kruger. Now, he's a former Cat, and I was really disappointed when we lost him. I mean, I really thought at the time he'd be a great key forward. He's then played down back at times with the Cats and the Pies, and I just wonder whether he'll now play as a forward. I don't know where he's been training as a Magpie, but he's a very likely type, and I think he struggled with injury. That certainly held him back, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a full run at it, if he actually shows some pretty good footy, because I rate him pretty high. But as it's turned out, the Cats have drafted Shannon Neal, and Cameron came in, which sort of signed Kruger's papers as a forward. So can he get that opportunity? It presents itself for him if McStay, McStay is out. If he can break into that McStay spot, there is definitely a chance for him to play some footy at the top level. But give me your thoughts. I haven't really gone too hard there at the Pies. There's a few rookies to look at, but maybe I haven't dug deep enough. Let me know. But I did look through the list, and I looked through the SuperCoach averages, and aside from the blaring obvious guys, I couldn't see anyone. So would love to hear your thoughts if you're a diehard Pies fan out there. But I'm going to wrap this one up. This has been an interesting little preview, I'll tell you what. But yeah, going to finish it up. We'll edit this one tomorrow because I've got some pizza to eat and some beverages to drink. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.